Ship's log, Era 6, Cycle 5, Interval 12. I've been spending most of my time gathering resources for a permanent base. My progress is frequently interrupted by drone attacks. So far I've been able to drive them off, but it slows me down. Despite these setbacks, I finally have everything I need to build a permanent base. I'm looking forward to that. It will allow me to build better ships and modules, and the drone should be less of a problem once I upgrade. End log.
Log recorded and saved.
Okay, computer, verify all the construction materials are properly stowed.
Cargo hold is full and secure.
Good. I already know where I want to build. Setting course now.
Preparing warp vector. Preparing warp vector.
Whoa, that's a big structure.
The network node is the heart of a base. It uses fuel to provide power to all other structures in the area.
Hey, why aren't the nanobots building my storage container?
Structures built in the vicinity of a node will not be built automatically. Instead, a construction depot will be placed instead. You then add materials to the depot, and only when all the required materials have been added will the nanobots then begin construction. This not only allows you to build structures that require more materials than can fit in your ship's hold, but also allows riders to work cooperatively in building structures together.
So I can place materials in a tribesmate's depots, and they in mine?
Yes, but not just tribesmates. If you so desire, you can add materials to any rider's depots.
Okay, so... just like adding resources to a printer or refinery.
Correct. Preparing warp vector.
Gonna be a lot of trips ferrying all my building materials here. Okay, let's get this node fueled up and powered on.
Network node online and fully operational.
Okay, now I need a berth to make ships. An assembler to make modules. a printer, and a refinery.
When placing structures, you can also rotate them along any of the 3 axes if you wish.
Well, that's kind of fun. I could see doing that in order to make art structures.
Rotating structures to make art is not a logical or useful activity, but is certainly possible.
Okay, now to fill the depots and get the nanobots working. Hey, those aren't the right... Oops, that's the wrong kind of berth.
If you intend to build ships 1 step above what you currently have, then yes, that is the wrong structure. Berths build frigates which are much larger and use engines that require crude fuel. The mini-berth builds advanced corvettes instead. All corvettes, both basic and advanced, use the Sojourn engine which uses hydrogen fuel.
Yeah, that's definitely what I meant to build. Where's that depot? Oh, there it is. More storage will be nice.
The mini-storage actually holds less than the field storage containers you have been using. Also, they currently do not integrate with other structures like the field storages do.
That doesn't make sense, especially since they require more resources to build in addition to needing power.
They are harder to destroy. Also, detailed scanning of the mini-storage blueprints indicates this blueprint appears to be corrupted or incomplete.
A relay? Is this used for communication?
Relays can be used to transmit feral data to the Keeper in exchange for Lux, a type of digital currency. You can then also use Lux to purchase special lenses for your crude extractor through the relay.
So, how are the lenses I purchased delivered?
They will immediately show up in the relay as soon as they are purchased.
That makes even less sense than the mini storage. Where do the lenses come from? I've never seen any sort of teleportation technology anywhere since arriving here, and I'm spending digital currency, not physical resources. So is the relay just making them out of nothing?
According to my database, the relay works by...
Of course it does. So these are the new ships I can now make.
Yes, as I mentioned before, all these ships use the Sojourn engine and so can all use hydrogen fuel just like your Reflex ship has been using.
What's this?
Like the field printer you have been using, the mini printer makes ammunition, though for multiple types of weapons. It also makes more materials for building. especially construction foam, which is used in many advanced structures. The refinery processes ore like the field version. However, it can not only refine specialized ores, but also crude into fuel as well as materials into specialized materials. The assembler builds modules for your ship, similar to a printer, but more varied and advanced types. Improved weapons, armor, shields, propulsion, as well as other utilities can be found here for you to customize your ship with. Cargo grids are used to increase the size of your ship's hold, allowing you to carry more items in one trip. Heat ejectors use coolant to eliminate waste heat from a ship. Unlike heat exchangers, they can only be equipped on frigates or larger ships. All damage a ship can currently take falls into one of four categories: electromagnetic, thermal, kinetic, and explosive. Shield hardeners like these cause shields to resist attacks better, but only for one of those specific types of damage. However, if you can plan ahead and anticipate what kind of weapons your opponents use, they can greatly improve your survivability in combat. Shield rechargers increase the rate at which your shields regenerate after taking damage. Energy lance weapons, like the Tuhos, scale up their damage over time. This makes them effective against large structures, though not so much against ships. Especially since drones, armor is naturally resistant to the electromagnetic damage energy lances use.
I don't remember seeing any way to make ammunition for energy lances in the mini printer.
Ammunition for energy lance weapons requires a standard printer rather than field printers or mini printers. Those require construction foam, so you cannot currently build any right now. These weapons are also energy lances, but for much larger sized ships than even frigates. You will need to make a heavy berth in order to build ships large enough to equip them. Coil guns cause kinetic damage and can cause heavy damage at even long range. They are the weapon I would recommend using if you are uncertain which to use. This is cannon ammunition, identical to what you have been making in your field printers. Plasma guns are Apologies, Commander. The blueprint for these weapons appear to be corrupted. I do not recommend using them. Turrets will attempt to defend your base from drones and hostile riders even if you are away.
Definitely gonna need at least a few of those then. Better start hauling more materials.
Preparing warp vector.